Good evening. I'd like to call to order the City Plan and Zone Commission meeting of January 2nd. I'd like to wish everybody here a Happy New Year and hope it's a safe one for everybody. We do not have a public hearing tonight, so we'll move into our regular meeting. Before I do that, though, I'd like to welcome a new member. I'd like all of us to welcome a new member, Aaron Dunlop, his first meeting. And could you say a word or two, Aaron?
Do I need to push this?
Sure.
All right. I'm Aaron Dunlop, civil engineer. Lived in the Quad Cities for about 20 years. I'm from Minnesota originally. Worked for the Army Corps of Engineers, and just passionate about the city of Davenport. My kids go to Davenport schools, Eisenhower Elementary. I have two daughters, and so I just want to see the city be successful and make good decisions, and so I felt like this could be a way to try and do that and give back a little bit to the city, I guess. So that's my interest.
Absolutely. We appreciate your volunteering.
Thanks.
Tonight, you're going to think that every meeting is this short. I can assure you it will not be. We will start with roll call, please. Commissioner Tallman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Hepner.
Here.
Eichelberry.
Here.
Dunlop.
Here.
Johnson.
Here.
Tallman here. Ingram.
Present.
Manus.
Here.
Garrington.
Yes.
Schilling.
Here.
Stelk. And Schneider.
Here.
We have a quorum, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Commissioner Tallman. Report of City Council activity, Laura.
So there has not been a city council meeting since the last Plan and
I
Zone
didn't
Commission.
think so, but it could have slid by under the radar. Secretary's report.
Move report.
Second.
All those in favor of the report as printed signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. It will stay as printed. Anything with comp plan, Laura?
Nothing to report yet.
Thank you. Zoning activity, we have one item tonight of case number REZ 23-06 is a request of Larry Edward Stoltenberg Trust to rezone approximately 25.84 acres of land located at the southwest corner of Slopertown Road and Hillendale Road from SAG Agricultural District to I-1 Light Industrial. Let's see. Staff recommends case number REZ 23-06 be forwarded to the City Council with a recommendation for approval, subject to the 5 listed findings, and I would so move.
Second.
Case number REZ 23-06 has been moved and seconded for discussion. Matt?
Thank you. So the subject property, just over 25 acres in area, located at the southwest corner of Slopertown Road and Hillendale, just south of the city limits. This property was annexed into the city last year, and upon annexation was zoned under an agricultural zoning district. It's currently being farmed, and there's no structures on the property. The surrounding zoning is light industrial, which was also annexed into the city last year and then subsequently rezoned. So this property would be following that same trend. In 2023, the city amended the future land use map for this part of the city, making the area industry and then extending the urban service boundary to Slopertown Road, which would be our city limit. So current zoning is agricultural district. That's really meant to promote the continuation of farming and to protect agricultural land from encroachment of incompatible development. Petitioner is petitioning a rezoning to I-1, which is light industrial district. The purpose would be to market the site for future industrial development. That district is really meant to provide for a variety of light manufacturing, processing, and distributing types of uses, typically are enclosed within a building and have low outside impact. In terms of public input, neighbors within 200 feet were sent a public hearing notice. Notice was published in the Quad City Times, and then a sign was also placed at the property. And to date, staff have not received any written comments on this petition. So with that, staff is recommending approval of the case in accordance with the 5 findings. Those being that the rezoning is consistent with the future land use map, which identifies the area as industry. The rezoning to light industrial is compatible with the zoning of nearby developed property. The zoning map enables the subject property to be developed in a manner consistent with the surrounding area. The rezoning would promote the public health, safety, and welfare of the city. And then finally, it would not create any nonconformities following development.
Thank you, Matt. Commissioners, any questions of staff? Seeing none, would anybody in the audience care to speak either on behalf of the petitioner or on behalf of themselves? It's not mandatory. Okay. Final questions from the commission? Seeing none, roll call, please. Commissioner Tallman.
Hepner.
Yes.
Eckelberry.
Yes.
Dunlap.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Tallman, yes. Manus.
Yes.
Garrington.
Yes.
Schilling.
Yes.
And Schneider.
Yes.
Motion carries, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Commissioner Tallman. That would conclude zoning activity for tonight. There is no subdivision activity on our agenda. Future business, anything to discuss, Laura or Matt?
Yes, we'll have 3 public hearings
Three.
at the next meeting.
You overachiever, you.
No, that's a lot for me.
All right. And communications and other business, anything?
Just a small update, the Riverstone Group's petition to rezone land was pushed back at the Scott County. So Scott County Plan and Zone Commission meeting was originally supposed to be tonight. It was pushed back to their next meeting, which is actually the same night as our meeting. So I will be attending the Scott County Plan and Zone Commission meeting, and Matt will be here with probably Scott doing the public hearings.
Okay. Commissioners, any questions of Laura in regard to that? Commissioner Hefner.
What's the expectation? Any ideas? What the rumblings are?
So based off of how the Scott County Board meeting went, I'm not that concerned about this moving forward. So I'll keep you updated as we go through the process. But based off of, they had really good neighborhood representation of the Mount Joy neighborhood. The adjacent property owner on the east side is also opposed. So I think representation's been made, and I think it's in a decent place.
Thank you, Laura. That's all, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Commissioner Hefner. Laura, was there any representation from the airport or the FAA other than aircraft owners?
Not at the meeting. I do know that the airport manager, and I have talked numerous times about it, and he has a distribution list of about 150 users of the airport. So they are all been informed of the ongoing procedures and processes. And I do know that many of them have reached out to Scott County with questions and opinions on that one.
Thank you, Laura. I appreciate that update. Final call for any questions from commission? Seeing none. Any additional comments, Laura? Matt?
Move to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor of adjournment signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. We are officially adjourned from our first meeting of 2024.
Are we going to get legal? Rep?